It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Confucius. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish man from beasts? Confucius. If we don't know life, how can we know death? Confucius. I hear, I know, I see, I remember, I do, I understand. Confucius. To be wrong is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Confucius. Study the past if you would divine the future. Confucius. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Confucius. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. Confucius. If I am walking with two other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Confucius. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Confucius. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Confucius. They must often change. Who would be constant in happiness or wisdom? Confucius. The gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. Confucius. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. Confucius. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. Confucius. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Confucius. You cannot open a book without learning something. Confucius. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Confucius. Learning without thought is labor loss. Thought without learning is perilous. Confucius. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage or of principle. Confucius. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the three universally recognized moral qualities of man. Confucius. To practice five things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These five are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, innocence, and kindness. Confucius. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Confucius. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. Confucius. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. Confucius. Ability will never catch up with the demand for it. Confucius. Death and life have their determined appointments. Riches and honors depend upon heaven. Confucius. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Confucius. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his action. Confucius. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. Confucius.